All right. For us to prove why a negative number multiplying another negative number will always yield a positive result, we need to establish two facts. The first fact is the number line. We need to agree that we have a number line and with 0 at its center, and towards the right, we have positive integers like I have shown in this, and to the left, we have negative integers, which means negative 3 is not necessarily minus 3. Minus 3 is subtracting 3. Negative 3 is a number on its own. We also need to establish the fact that multiplication means repeated addition. Multiplication means repeated addition. What am I saying in essence? I'm saying if I've got 2 times 3, this tells me I have to do 2 plus 2 plus 2, which gives me negative 6. At the same time, oh, not my bad, not negative 6. I was already rushing, which gives me positive 6. At the same time, if I've got 2, negative 2 times 3, I need to what? I need to add negative 2 3 times. That gives me negative 2 plus negative 2 plus negative 2. And this yields what? This will yield negative 6. And we all know that negative 2 times 3 is negative 6, and we know 2 times 3 is also 6. Now let's check out this trend. I've got 2 times 3. This gives me 6. Let's reduce the number we're multiplying by 2 by 1. So we reduce 3 to 2. I've got 2 times 2, which gives me 4. Now you should observe that we've reduced the number by 1, the product reduces by 2, which means if I say 2 times 1, this gives me 2. I can categorically also say multiplying by 0, I've got 2 minus 2, this will reduce to 0. Multiplying by negative 1, this would give me negative 2. Multiplying by negative 2, I will end up with what? Negative 4. Multiplying by negative 3, I will end up with what? Negative 6. That's what happens. That's the pattern that we will observe when you are multiplying negative 2. Now let's flip the tables. Let's flip it. What if we are multiplying using a negative number? Now we've got negative 2 times 3. As we have established at this point, the result is definitely negative 6. So we've got negative 2 again times 2. This is reducing. But because of the fact that this is a negative number, by the time we just quickly apply negative 2 times negative 2, which is negative 2 plus negative 2, this gives us negative 4. So which means we've got negative 4 at this point. Now with that being said, it means that as it is reducing for a negative number, the product is increasing by 2. Are you with me? This is the trend. As it is reducing for a negative number, the product is increasing by 2, which means if I've got a times 0, I end up with 0. If I've got a times negative 1, now I have to do 0 plus 2 because it is increasing by 2 to give me what? Positive 2. So if you keep on multiplying it by any negative number, your result will end up becoming what? Positive. Now this can stand because mathematics is a subject of patterns, and this is the pattern that is observable when you multiply numbers, positive and negative numbers. I think this has been well explained. Thank you very much.